All right. Knew it was going to be a tough game down here, and obviously you guys know I have a lot of respect for Tad and their coaching staff and the program, and they play spirited, and it was a great test for our guys. I had been bouncing around a few plans, to change our rotation, play more guys, and then when I saw the way we came out, a little bit flat, not great energy. I thought it was more important that we figured out how to dig back in the game and be able to draw on that rather than, than maybe play some other guys. So, we've rode hard with these 8 guys. They're really good players. I think our energy's good right now. Once we kind of got it figured out in that game, we were pretty good. But I think it's important for us to understand as you head into the postseason that, you're going to have games like that where you're playing against a team that's playing their ass off and playing really good, and maybe your energy's not quite where you want it to be, but you got to be able to dig deep and respond. And so I was really proud of our guys' effort, and hopefully it was a lesson learned. Because obviously, it'd be great if we could continue to play for a long time.
Questions for Coach?
Tom, obviously you guys trailed by 11 there. I think late in the first half, you guys make a run to cut it to a bucket at halftime. Just kind of how much did that benefit you guys going to locker?
Well, obviously it's a massive benefit getting closer. Then basically you can get in a neck and neck game right away, and then we can kind of set up our next run is what you're hoping. And we were down. I don't know, when we were down 11. I think we just told our guys like, hey, it's one of these situations. Let's just climb our way back in this game, possession by possession, see if we can cut into this lead a little bit and put ourselves in position in the second half to make it a ball game. And I think that's a great skill to learn how to do, to kind of figure out how to not let the game get away from you too early. And I thought our guys did a great job with a nice little run there towards the end of the first half. Sorry.
It's not always your favorite topic, but altitude have anything to?
I don't know. You'll have to ask our guys. I don't know altitude. I know, we played obviously Monday night against Iowa State, and there's a lot of emotions in the game, and a lot of pats on the back, so to speak. And then we took Tuesday off. We took Wednesday off. It's been a long season. Thursday we came back and practiced. I didn't even recognize the team. It was one of the, and that's to be expected. And then Friday we were a little bit better. I thought we had a good practice, and then I was hoping we'd come out and play really well from the start today, but we didn't. And the ability to figure it out is really important. And I thought the guys really showed some resolve, and I'm proud of them.
Coach, regardless of if the altitude is a factor on your team, your team's fans traveled well today, and there was a lot of them in the crowd. Do you think they had much of an impact on the game today?
Well, for sure. Our fans are a force. Our fans are the backbone of our program. And Arizona's had a long, strong basketball tradition way before I was even born. So we wanted to tap into that, and we love coming on the road and hearing the U of A chants and all of our fans out there. It just reminds us, how special it is for us to be representing University of Arizona basketball.
Coach, what was your team's defensive approach against Colorado's backcourt? Isaiah Johnson obviously.
Two good players. I felt like, we weren't on it defensively for long stretches in the game today. And, let's give Colorado a lot of credit on offense. They're a good offensive team. Their offensive numbers are, they show that. And, those two guards are good. And, those guys were, important parts of the scout. But, their bigs also hit a few jump shots, that maybe you're not counting on. So, there's kind of a collective effort by them. But, I thought we made a lot of defensive mistakes, and I don't want to take any credit away from Colorado, but we got to be a little more disciplined in some situations with our coverages and, our recoveries, and things of that nature. And, we've been a really, really good defensive team at times this season, and, we're at our best defensively when we're limiting our mistakes.
You guys see the entire league now at this point. Just where does Isaiah Johnson bring for you, just some of the young players you've seen?
Listen, he's a really good player. Obviously, this is the most I've ever watched him was this week, and then obviously on the court today. Everything he did impressed me. He's got a great handle. He's a lefty. And he knows how to get right to get back left. Consistently, and then he's got a knack for getting fouled, which is a great skill to have.
You've seen a lot of games where Braden's kind of taken control late. that competitiveness? Is this maybe?
Yeah, I mean, I thought Braden, obviously didn't have a good start to the game. I thought I looked down there. I don't know what he was like, 1 for 6 or something like that. And just you don't really have to challenge him. He's a competitor, and he kind of figured it out on his own and got himself going a little bit. And I didn't even realize he had 31 points, but for him to do that, what was great. And then obviously let's mention Koa. I mean, Koa goes 12 for 15, 25 points, and I think he has 19 in the first half. When your team's not playing good, it's great to have a guy like that step up and kind of keep your team in the game. And Koa did a great job of that in the first half.
Did you think, were there certain things offensively, particularly early, he was taking advantage of there?
That we could take advantage of?
That Koa took advantage of just getting.
I mean, I think Koa is just a really good basketball player. I mean, I think he got to his spots. He made a few shots. He finished with force at the rim. Yeah, he's just a really good player. I don't think it was anything in particular, but he got a good rhythm going and obviously had a great game.
They got Dak Lake, Colorado with positive 15. The next best guy was positive 2. Obviously, he dealt with foul trouble and eventually fouled out. But what did you see that was a difference in the game when he was on the floor versus off?
Well, his length impacts the game around the rim, and he made. I mean, I think he made those 3 field. I didn't realize he was only 3 for 8, but he made them all in a row. And in the second half, when we were trying to kind of pull away a little bit, and he kept him in the game. Just a good player. I mean, he's just a good player who it's been fun to watch him kind of from afar develop. I mean, he's obviously gotten better over the course of 3 years, and so yeah. I mean, I got a lot of respect for him.
One more question for Coach.
Do you feel like in the schedule, I mean, early on, you had all those nice Saturday afternoons, you went home and played on Tuesday. Seemed like it was working. Maybe where you do for something like this, where you have this big emotional game and then a
I mean, you could probably try to find lots of reasons, that it is. But I know this: human nature is tough to beat, and human nature is almost undefeated, And so a lot of these seasons is just figuring out how to endure the ups and downs and the emotions that go with the season, the fatigue that comes with the season. So Bruce, I can't give you like one thing in particular, but. Again, in closing, I want to give a lot of credit to Colorado. I thought they came out with great energy, and they kind of got us on our heels a little bit. And then I want to give our guys credit for being able to respond to kind of an adverse situation in a tough road environment.
That's what I meant, just a tough situation, and especially playing at 9 o'clock Saturday basketball.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. I love Saturday afternoon games, and you know that. We got a Saturday night game. And you know what? I do know this. It's great to be on national TV a lot. And if you want to be on national TV a lot, you're going to have, especially on the West Coast, you're going to get some of these 9 p.m. games. So no complaints from me. Just want to get on the bus, get on the plane, get home, and get rested up.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.
Arizona players will be outside here.